welcome to the National Real Estate Post. Before we get started, we remind you, if you're having any trouble at all converting online leads that you're paying a bunch of money for, well, you might want to go to Carl White's ongoing webinar series on how to convert those babies, because they got it dialed, man. You don't want to miss it. Plus, it's an ongoing webinar series that kind of fits your schedule. So whatever kind of works for you, he can get you in. Just click the banner you see right here, over on your right. Check it out.
Now on with the show. You know Mel Watt, Frank, right?
I do.
He is the guy who's running the FHFA.
Correct.
Now, they're the ones who have Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac in conservatorship and have had them there longer than any company in the history of the country has ever been held in conservatorship. The whole idea behind conservatorship is the company goes in, once they're stabilized, they get out. Right. Well, they've been stabilized, made billions and billions of dollars, and yet they're still there. So we all know all the controversy around FHFA.
Yes, we do.
Well, Mel Watt has been at the helm since the very get-go, and now he has joined the list of those who have allegedly committed sexual harassment on a woman.
Okie dokie.
In the workplace.
Here we go.
Now, I'm just asking, Frank.
Right.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yes.
I'm not certain, right?
Right.
And I know that this is really kind of taboo to even suggest. But again, I really don't know.
Yes.
But could this whole sexual harassment thing, as of late, just kind of gotten a little out of control? I'm just asking. Now, I'm just saying it because this thing has gone so far that some people out there might be looking to use sexual harassment as a means to an ends or a means of revenge. Okay? And I'm just saying here, I don't know if this is the case. For example, this gal making the accusation, who we don't know who it is, of harassment, and yes, it's just one person over there at FHFA.
Okay.
She's a staffer. She's accused Watt of repeatedly making inappropriate sexual advances when she tried to discuss her career and her salary concerns.
Okay.
Now, my thing is, I'm guessing it didn't go well. It's not like, hey, yeah, get a promotion, here's more money, and then she goes out and does this. I'm assuming it didn't go well. It didn't. Now, I'm not saying this is what happened, but can we at least say it's just a possibility? She goes into her boss, and she says, hey, I think I deserve a raise. I think I deserve a promotion. And he says, I don't think you do. Now she's all ticked off because she thinks she deserves this, and she says to herself, I know, I can get him. I'm going to make an accusation that has become all but bulletproof based on everything I've watched and read in the media. And even though I'm the accused by name, which is being withheld, while he's going to get drugged through the mud, that's going to teach this guy. Frank, what do you think?
Well, you know, I think you may have a really valid point here.
Okay.
And that's because perhaps it did go that direction, and perhaps, you know, she said when she wanted some more money, right? Maybe it didn't go her way. We don't know. We're just saying, you know, we're hypothesizing here. If it didn't go her way, then perhaps maybe there were some genuine conversations that took place, or some genuine emails that took place that really didn't bother her before. Right. They were no big deal. It was just kind of goofing around, you know. But now it's like, well, maybe I can take advantage of this and use it to, you know, use it to my advantage. You know, and do that. So is that a possibility? I would say, yeah.
But we don't know.
That's a definite possibility. We don't know.
But we don't know.
But I would also say, being Frank Ray, right, that maybe he was being an idiot, and maybe he was going a little too far with somebody in the office, and you know, now he's got a
That's a
problem on his
possibility.
hands.
That's a possibility. But maybe she's crazy and vindictive.
True.
Because if you don't think there's crazy, vindictive people in the world, NASA. Yes, NASA. There's an astronaut. Her name was Lisa Marie Noack, and she wore a diaper 1,000 miles so that she wouldn't have to stop on her drive from Houston to Florida to go pick up, torture, dismember, and kill the rival of her lover for his affection. That was another astronaut, Bill Offenlein.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious. Don't you remember that? It was only a couple of years ago.
That. Really?
Yes.
So she wore a diaper.
She wore a diaper.
Drove 1,000 miles.
I'm just saying there's crazy people in the world.
To kill somebody.
Yes.
So she didn't have to stop and go to the bathroom.
Right, because she was mad at somebody.
My goodness. Here's Watt's advances in question. He said, this is what we're seeing.
Cue the music.
Okay. He said,
look at my eyes when he said,
allegedly said, of a tattoo on her ankle, and here's what he said: if I kiss that one, would it lead to more
tattoos? I hate people with tattoos.
Then he said, allegedly,
cue the music.
Well, you probably want to know what I wanted to talk to you about. I mentioned to you there's an attraction here that I think needs to be explored. In my experience, there's 4 types of attraction. Rational, emotional, spiritual, sexual, or friendship. So, the exercise here is to find out which one exists here. Now, I gotta tell you, tell you, if that was really written, you know.
That's what a mathematician would say. That's like a mathematician pickup line. Now, according to the laws of attraction, there are four
possibilities.
No, I've got an equation here. Let's just see how this thing pencils.
Let's just look at it scientifically.
Okay, do this one too.
Then he said, allegedly,
Cue the music.
I love my wife too.
Wonder why I said that.
Having an attraction for someone else doesn't have to mean you don't love them.
It's like Richard Pryor. Honey, you find him in bed with another woman. Honey, who do you believe? I'm with the one. Who do you believe? Me or your lying eyes? Okay, so is this political? Well, Watt claims it may be because he's one of the last holdovers from the Obama administration. However, I'm telling you right now it's not, and it's ridiculous, and he knows he shouldn't have said that. Number one, here's the reason. Mel's gone in January, so nobody's going to pick this fight this late. The game is going to be gone in a couple of months. Mm-hmm. And the big one is number two. Watt has pushed for recapitalizing Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and is something of a proponent of reorganizing or replacing the GSEs, as is Trump and his administration. So on the short list of who Trump would want to get rid of, Frank, Watt is definitely not one of them.
Yeah, and in spite of the historically long tenure in conservatorship and the controversial treasury sweeps of Fannie and Freddie, most people, ourselves included, think Watt's done a pretty darn good job.
He really has.
Okay, in fact, he's one of very few, in our opinion. Now, if he's guilty, and it's as black and white as the accusation would suggest, then he's got to get out of here.
Or, on the other hand, if it's a straight-up smear job by the accuser because she's a crazy spoiled brat who wants to get her way, or have you hurt if she doesn't, then this truly cheapens real harassment.
What are we supposed to do? Scrutinize every little thing we say and do all day? I mean, come on.
Or, if we're going to be analytical about it.
Right, let's do it.
Okay, maybe there's another possibility. It's a gray in-between type of a thought process. Maybe he flirted a little too much.
And ugly.
And she's just a little too offended.
Yeah, a little touchy.
Now, part of me thinks our drive for fairness in the workplace has set the table for false reputation-killing accusations. Sure looks that way to me. Now, I'm not talking about Harvey Weinstein or Anthony Weiner or Bill Cosby. Right? And I'm not talking about actual cases where a person in authority took advantage of another person based on their position. Right? Yet, in the case of Watt, it's been covered by everybody out there, now including us, okay? He's certainly going to feel the effects of the situation regardless of the outcome long after it's over, that's for sure. And his guilt is far from being determined yet.
So, again, we're just hearing this whole Me Too movement. And again, I don't want to, we're not cheapening it. We're not saying that there shouldn't be any harassment. But you just have to wonder, is every case the same? You think the crazy astronaut, you think the Duke lacrosse case. And now this guy, if it turns out that he didn't do anything wrong, man, I mean, what's going to happen the next 10, 20 years of his career? Somebody who's been a great civil servant, not only for the mortgage and real estate industry, but for the country as a whole. You would just hope there's some better solution for this.
You know, it's almost like they should pass some sort of laws like the media can't report on accusations at all. You can't report on an accusation. It has to go through the process and either be found guilty or not, then you can report on it, right? Or if it's settled, then you can report on it. But in the meantime, you know, now he's being tarnished, regardless of what the actual truth may be.
Well, let us know what you think about this. And I know we're going to get some people who are pissed off at us and they're going to misrepresent what we actually said. And feel free to go ahead and do that because we also have people out there who understand what we just said and are going to have our backs for this. So let us have it down below.
That's right. Leave your comments down below. Do us a favor, forward, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you later here at the National Real Estate Post.
Ciao, man.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
You see, it's all over the Bible. Jazz is like yellow pudding. Okay,